Hello everybody, Time Warper 41 here. Welcome to my video on the 30 largest cities in South America in the same time as the Middle Ages. Might do an update to North America shortly, so stay tuned for that, as there's some new data with that, as well as Africa. Not so much in these places because we already did enough of the data over here, but in Oceania we'll look for a video sometime soon. We'll be doing that shortly. We'll see. But without further ado, let's get into the 30 largest cities in South America in the Middle Ages. Number 1 is the capital of the Inca Empire, a giant megacity, and where all the roads in the Inca Empire led to, called Cusco, with 150,000 people, a megacity. It's a pretty amazing place. There's a view of the city of Cusco. It's one of the most visited cities in South America today. I believe what does that say? Inca complex, surrounded by walls that were made by fitting stones tightly with mortar. Anyways, number 2 is Quito, one of the largest northernmost cities in the Inca Empire, also one of the largest cities in the Inca Empire. And the second largest city in the Middle Ages in South America, number 2, Quito, with 100,000 people. Now, today it's the capital of Ecuador. Number 3 is Tiwanaku on Lake Titicaca in Bolivia, or right next to it, with 100,000 people. And this is a major city. It was the capital of the Tiwanaku Empire in the early Middle Ages. Here's some of the ruins, really cool looking ruins. Used to be a city with 100,000 people. Number 4 is Marjo, the largest city. Marjo is the largest city in the Marajoara culture at the mouth of the Amazon, the pre-Columbian Amazon. This is a very populated area, Marjo Island, the Marajoara culture in the pre-Columbian Amazon, with 100,000 people in Marjo, in the city of Marjo, the biggest city in the Marajoara culture. The biggest city was Marjo, number 4 here on the list, 100,000 people. It was big as Quito in Ecuador. It was a really big place. Number 5 is Chan Chan in Peru, and this is a really big city in the Inca Empire with 60,000 people. There's the ruins of it. Number 6 is Taparas with 60,000 people on the Tapajos river that leads out to the Amazon River near Santarém in Brazil. And it was part of the Tapajos culture. And yes, there were pre-Columbian Amazonian cities, and they had horticulture and farming in cities, and they farmed manioc a lot. Was one of the things they farmed, as well as corn, beans, and squash. Sometimes, but lots of times they relied on a lot of fish, and they agroforestry and cultivated stuff, so they didn't need to farm quite so much. And they cultivated a lot of trees. So they did horticulture, farming. They had cities, towns, and villages. Complex social structure. and they made this artificial soil all over the Amazon called terra preta, which allows them to cultivate a lot of the it makes the, and it bioengineers the soil from being a like a what is it like a I don't know how to say it. I forget. Basically, the soil was poor before in the pre-Columbian Amazon. Um, they turned what was poor soil, very acidic soil, into like very rich soil. They bioengineered the soil using uh, called this and bioengineered and made a uh, fertile soil called terra preta, which is a lot of places in the pre-Columbian Amazon. And they did horticulture and they cultivated lots of trees, agroforestry, times. And the Amazon is really abundant in natural resources, and so they get a lot of food from these agroforestry cultivated trees. That so much that they didn't even have to farm so much, even though they did do that too, and they could. They knew how to farm, and they had fish, and they could support a really large population, a lot more than you might think originally. And even like cities, big cities like Taparas. Number 7 is one of the largest coastal cities in the Inca Empire, called Pachacamac, with 50,000 people. And there's the ruins of it today on the coast of the Inca Empire, right near Lima, Peru. So if you ever go to Lima, maybe check this out. It's a good place. Number 8 is Baradeo, with 50,000 people. It's another city in the Marjawara culture. Number 9 is Santorin, with 50,000 people. I don't know what. This is probably a Portuguese name, I imagine. I don't know what the pre-Columbian Amazons call it. I just know it was a city back then. But yeah. Anyways, in the pre-Columbian times, it had 50,000 people. Santorin. It's a very dense area. Number 10 is Huaca del Sol, with 50,000 people. This is one of the largest cities in the Moche civilization. Probably the largest city actually in the Moche civilization, and it's right near some of the one of the other largest cities in the Moche civilization, Moche. But we'll get to that later. And it's right next to Chan Chan, which we covered earlier. Number 11 is Tombamba, with 40,000 people in Ecuador. Yeah, and number 12 is the capital of the Wari or Huari Empire in the early Middle Ages in Peru. And that's number 12, called Huari, same name as the empire, or Wari as it's also known, same name as the empire, with 40,000 people. Number 13 is Nazca, with 30,000 people. Yes, that's related to the Nazca lines. It's the same place. There's a city called Nazca that was the capital of the Nazca civilization, which is this city. Although the Nazca civilization and the Nazca lines were earlier and the city was earlier, it was also around later during the Inca Empire in the Middle Ages, Nazca city. And it had 30,000 people at its peak then in the Middle Ages. Number 14 is Huanuco Pampa, with 30,000 people in pre-Columbian Peru, in central Peru, in the Andes. Number 15 is Cajamarca, with 30,000 people in Peru. It's one of the largest cities in the Inca Empire. Now it's a big city today. I think it's right there. Vilcashuaman, with 30,000 people, number 16. And here's some ruins of it. Number 17 is Moche, the capital, probably the capital. I'm not sure, but one of the largest cities in the Moche civilization, with 30,000 people. and it has the same name as the Moche civilization. And it's Moche, number 17, with 30,000 people. Number 18 is Vilcabamba, with 30,000 people. I believe that's Peru again. Yeah, that's Peru. That's near Cusco. And Templo de Vilcabamba, Temple of Vilcabamba in the pre-Columbian city of Vilcabamba. Number 19 is Itacoatiara, with 30,000 people on the Amazon River near Manaus, about 109 miles southeast of Manaus. And this is a large Amazonian city. Number 20 is Pazac, and that's right next to Cusco. It was another Inca Empire city, big Inca Empire city with 20,000 people. That was a very metropolitan populated area before Columbus, and there's many other smaller cities there too. Number 21 is Ingapirca with 20,000 people in Ecuador. And there are probably some more cities. That was also in the Inca Empire, and there are probably some more cities, especially in North and South America, that I couldn't find estimates to, and they were left out the list because I couldn't find the estimates to. There are probably some more cities like that, but I haven't come across yet, because this stuff is often kind of obscure to come across. And they keep updating stuff, so yeah, finding new data which changes the estimates and stuff. So yeah. Number 22 is Cuhikugu with 20,000 people in the state of Mato Grosso in Brazil. And today there's a village there, maybe a native village. It's in the same structure as one of those native villages of the area. And there's a museum there. Number 23 is Chavan de Huantar, with 20,000 people. And that was part of the Wari Empire. Number 24 is a coastal city in coastal Ecuador with 20,000 people, now called Loma Salvatierra, 20,000 people on the coasts of Ecuador. And it's another large city there in the Middle Ages in Ecuador. Number 25 is Lambayeque in Peru with 20,000 people, near the coast of Peru, but not exactly right on it, actually. Maybe it is actually right on it. I'm not sure exactly where the exact site is, but pretty much right on the coast, but not quite exactly. Maybe. I don't know. That's what I think. Number 26 is La Serena in Chile with 15,000 people on a bay in Chile. And this is the largest Inca Empire city the largest Inca Empire city in Chile, as far as I know, and the largest pre-Columbian city in Chile, as far as I know, and the largest pre-Columbian city in the Middle Ages in Chile, as far as I know. And number 27 is Taparapuan with 15,000 people on the coast of Brazil. There's a beach there today. And this is the only one that's not part of the Amazon River Basin that's on the coast of Brazil. It's not like on a river or anything leading out to the coast. Number 28 the coast of Brazil. Yeah. Number 28 is Manaus with 15,000 people in Amazonian Peru, and this differs from all the other ones around here in Peru and stuff like that, in that it's an Amazonian city and not one of these Highland Empire Kingdom cities. It's more of just a native culture Amazonian chiefdom city, um, something like that. Because that's what they had, a lot of Amazonian chiefdoms around this area in the Middle Ages. It's number 28, Minos, with 15,000 people. Number 29 is, sorry. Number 29 Okay, there we go. There we go. That's Tucuman. Number 29. If you got the 29, and I made a typo there. So number 29 is Tucuman. And same thing as with Chile. This is the largest city, pre-Columbian city in Argentina, as far as I know, or largest Inca Empire city in Argentina, is, as far as I know, and the largest city in the same time as the Middle Ages in Argentina, as far as I know. And it's number 29, called Tucumán, with 15,000 people. And today there's a city called San Miguel de Tucumán. And number 30 is Caracas, with 15,000 people in what is today Sucre, Bolivia. And this was one of the major cities in the Aymara Kingdom in the late Middle Ages in Peru and Bolivia, which the largest in that Aymara Kingdom was Tiwanaku, with 100,000 people, which was a large city. That was the largest city. Tiwanaku was the largest city in the Aymara Kingdom, or Aymara Empire, in the late Middle Ages. And it was also the largest city and capital of the Tiwanaku Empire in the early Middle Ages. So that is the list of the 30 largest cities in South America in the Middle Ages. Hope you enjoyed the list. This is Time Warper 41. And make sure to like and subscribe if you want. And I'm out. And we'll play some outro music, some upbeat outro music.